Hello, students, hoping you're in the best of your health. Today, we are going to discuss the chapter The Portrait of a Lady by Kushwant Singh. About the author. Kushwant Singh was an Indian author, lawyer, diplomat, journalist, and politician. His experience in the 1947 partition of India inspired him to write Train to Pakistan in 1956, which became his most well known novel. He also served as Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha. In 2007, he was awarded the Padma Vibhushan, the second highest civilian award in India. He has many novels and short stories to his name. About the story. The Portrait of a Lady is the story of the author and his grandmother. He describes his relationship with his grandmother over the years. He pens down her daily activities and how her personality has developed over a period of time. He gives a vivid description of her appearance, which helps to create an image. This is more of a biography than a story. The author begins the story by presenting a vivid description of his grandmother. According to the author, she always has been old and had wrinkled for the past 20 years that the author had known her. Seeing her present condition, it was difficult for him to accept that his grandmother was once a young and a pretty woman and even had a husband. She was short and fat and slightly bent. She used to hobble around with one hand resting on her waist and the other telling the beads of rosary. She had a puckered face and her silver locks were scattered. According to the author, she might never have been pretty, but was always beautiful. The author has compared her to the winter landscape, which breeds peace and contentment. The author lived with his grandmother. They were good friends. She would wake him, give him a bath, dress him up for the school. She washed and plastered his wooden slate and served him breakfast, which was generally a thick stale chapati with butter and sugar spread on it. She accompanied the author to the school as it was attached to a temple. While the children sat in the veranda singing the alphabets or prayers, his grandmother sat inside reading scriptures. After the school, on their way home, they fed stale chapatis to the dogs every day. Few years down the line, the author's parents settled in the city. As they shifted with them, now, though they shared the same room, everything changed. The author started going to an English medium school, and that too by a bus. In this school, he learned science and music. His grandmother did not approve of this education, as they did not teach anything about God. She took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard. As the author went to university, he was given a separate room. This brought a great change in his grandmother. She hardly left the spinning wheel. When the author was going abroad for his higher studies, he knew his grandmother would be upset. She went to the railway station to see him off, but did not say anything. She was engrossed in her prayers. She quietly kissed his forehead, and it was cherished by Kushwant Singh as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between them. But when he came after 5 years, she met him at the station. She expressed her happiness by collecting the women of her neighborhood and singing and dancing for the whole evening. The next morning, she was taken ill. The doctor reassured as it was just a mild fever. But grandmother thought it differently. She stopped talking and lay in bed praying as she knew her end was near. Finally, the rosary stopped and the soul departed from her body. After her death, her body was laid on the floor, wrapped in a red cloth. Suddenly, thousands of sparrows arrived near her body, as if to pay their last homage to the person who fed them without missing a day. They did not touch any breadcrumbs which were put out for them. As the grandmother's body was taken away, the sparrows also left quietly. These are the glossary words which you have to note down in your notebook. These are some questions for your practice. Thank you.